It is time for sports. That means it's time to bring in Mike Cozzi. Morning, Mike.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
How was your weekend?
Great.
How did your picks turn out?
For the show, they sucked, but I did real good.
Hey, as long as you did good,
But all you got to care about is number one.
That's exactly right.
Screw everybody else.
I don't know about that, but all you got to care about is yourself. You can just leave everybody else out of bounds. All right, let us get to just very quickly football. I know I got one win by accident last week.
You won with the Giants, Kansas City, and lost with Tampa.
Okay. And how'd you do?
I won with Pittsburgh, Houston, and lost with Washington.
All right. Boy, that Tampa, I woke up this morning and saw the score of the Tampa Bay Saints game. I guess their defense came to play. I didn't even watch the Giant game this weekend. I just didn't watch any football at all. I did watch a portion of the Notre Dame Clemson game. And that's I don't know how Clemson can be knocked out of number one, thing is they didn't have their starting quarterback playing,
and five other people,
and they still almost won the game, But anyway, so
well, that's all right. I mean, they'll probably make the playoffs, and then they can beat the hell out of Notre Dame then.
Yeah, it'll definitely. I like to see a Notre Dame win, but Clemson is such a good football program to be that handicapped and to play that well is pretty amazing. That coach.
Sports, unlike the real world, they'll have the chance to settle it on the field, and the better team will win. And Clemson plays Notre Dame at 100%. They'll beat the hell out of Notre Dame.
Yeah. There's only one football game for tonight, and it's a loser. So the Jets in New England. I'll take.
Wow. They both stink.
They do stink. I'm not sure where it is. Let me see where it is. That's not going to make a difference. There's no crowd. This is a terrible.
Yeah, it's in the Northeast. They play in front of people everywhere, but in the Northeast.
It's terrible.
It was good to see people at the Notre Dame game. At least good to see people there, and it was great to see people at the Breeders' Cup. They probably had about 4,000 people there.
Well, I'm going to take, just for the hell of it, because the Giants won this week, I'll take the Jets.
Well, I had you written down for New England. All right, you can have the Jets.
It's just
picking the Jets is like self-inflicting yourself with cancer.
Well, I figured if the Giants should play Washington every game. Daniel Jones has 4 wins in the NFL. 3 of them are against Washington.
Redskins are terrible.
The defense isn't that bad, but the offense, All right, so we've got that out of the way. So how did the Breeders' Cup go this weekend? I mean, in your opinion?
Fantastic.
Okay.
I mean, there was one breakdown. Those happen.
Yeah.
The PETA people are probably banging a drum to abolish horse racing. It may happen, but other than that, it went good. The big horses ran big. Monomoy Girl, in my opinion, is the horse of the year. They can talk all they want about authentic, but when a horse runs her entire career and only loses one time, if this was a left coast horse named Zenyatta, they'd be saying it was the greatest horse to ever touch the face of the earth. For whatever reason, Monomoy Girl doesn't get the accolades that it deserves. In my opinion, this is one of the top 3 fillies I've ever seen race, and Zenyatta is not one of them.
All right.
So call up people, complain about me.
That's all right.
Wesley Ward Sprinter put on a tremendous show. There were a ton of track records set this weekend at Keeneland, basically because of the weather they had. The weather was in the mid-70s and the track was tight, and both the grass was very good and the dirt, and there were phenomenal times. There was a horse that ran the first race on Saturday that ran a full second faster than they did in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. I think Steve Asmussen's kicking himself today that he didn't put that horse in the sprint because the horse that he put in didn't run a lick. And this horse in the first race just put on a show. And there were a lot of horses like that this weekend. Tanawa, the horse that came over from Europe that won the turf, was running down the stretch like a locomotive. And if people know anything about horse racing, know how to read a racing form, I don't know how this horse went off at 7-2. This horse beat the mare that won the Filly and Mare turf race over in Longchamps earlier in the card, and they let this horse go off at 7-2. And all he did was, she did was just blow them out of the water. So some real good performances this weekend at Keeneland, and as always, Keeneland put on a great show. And I was happy to see my friend Michael Blowen that runs Old Friends on in the winner's circle at Keeneland, and sent him a text, and he responded pretty quickly to me. It was good to hear from him.
All right, the Red Sox have bought back Alex Cora. That'll add at least 10 to 12 wins for them because he's a good manager, I think.
Won't they stink?
I know they do. You see, I think it still stink, but he can still win 10 games more.
Because of him? Why? Is he playing shortstop?
No.
He's not going to win any more games. They got no pitching. They have no hitting. They have nothing. He's not going to bring anything extra to the table. How is he going to do? If anything in baseball, all managers do is screw things up. They don't make anything better. They take pitchers out when they're not supposed to. They have the lineups all screwed up. The Red Sox are in the abyss, and they're not going to get out of it for a long time.
But didn't they dump a lot of salary?
They could dump all the salary they want unless they replace it with a player that can produce. What good is it?
Yeah.
It's like having $1 million in the bank and all you do is eat saltines and peanut butter.
I'm glad you said peanut butter because if you would have said saltines and chili, I would have gotten upset. That's always been
do that.
My whole life. It's one of my favorite foods. You open up a can of chili.
Can of chili?
Yeah.
Oh my God! You should be sent into exile for that.
I know. Open up a can of chili and then crush saltines into it. Oh my goodness.
Homeless people eat whole cans of chili. What are you kidding me?
I know, but to me it's a delicacy. I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
I know.
You're disrespecting the saltines.
I know. My grandmother taught me this one. I could eat chili out of a can with crackers and sardines with crackers.
I got to go to the bathroom already.
All right.
Hey, we got to cut down the schedule because there's no sports to talk about.
I'll tell you what. We'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
All right.
Because that way, let's see. No, Monday. Yeah, we'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because that way we can talk about the Monday Night Football game on Wednesday.
Yeah, all right.
And then we'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday beginning.
Yeah, there's nothing going on
until some more stuff goes on. I think that's a good idea. All right, Mike. I'll speak to you on Wednesday then.
Have a good day.
Take care. Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning here on Robin Hood Radio.